Welcome to episode 9 of The Potter. It is a nice Sunday afternoon, but the good weather's gone, Carson.
That's true. It's cold now.
It's cold, it's like rainy. I don't know if my mic is picking up any of the wind cuz the wind is just ripping through the forest beside me. Do you have that where you're at?
Oh, I hear it howling. I don't think
You
it'll
just
get picked
hear
up
it.
on the mic, but I can hear it faintly in the background.
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah, I don't know if my mic's gonna. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be just fine. What have you been up to this week, Carson?
Lots of schoolwork,
That's all.
papers, projects, planning for the
All the fun
future.
stuff. Always planning for the future.
Multiple papers and multiple projects coming from
That's what you
multiple
like.
directions all at the same time.
That's what you want.
It really
That's what you
centered me
want.
this week.
Yeah, that's a good thing. You need to be centered every
I was
now and
feeling a little
again.
too confident. I thought school was going a little too easy, a little too good online.
Yeah, so then
And then they decided to just hit me with the double paper, 2 times
and
project
get you.
thing.
They just nab you.
Yeah.
What have I been up to? Oh, I stopped by the mall. I forget what I was there for, but it was the day the PS5 released.
Ooh,
So there was
boys
quite the
sleeping
line.
outside.
No sleeping outside, but in front of imagine at the mall for it. But at EB Games, there was quite the lineup. They had
Yeah.
everyone like you gotta go stand around. What's your opinion on the PS5, Xbox X Series X?
Well, I haven't really
Have you-
followed it a whole lot, like nothing too in detail. I don't even know which one's supposed to be
Mhm.
better. I think the Xbox is supposed to be better overall,
Yeah,
but also everyone is already on PlayStation from when the PS4 came out. So,
yeah.
and also
I think it's really
the PS5 I think looks worse in my opinion. Everyone was
yeah, me too.
everyone was making fun of both of them. They say the PS5 looks like a router, like a modem or something, and
Yeah,
the Xbox looks like a fridge.
yeah.
But at least
I
what's
think
funny about it is Xbox actually made a video where
Mhm.
they have this massive crate, like a big wood crate, and they open it up and
Right.
take out a fridge that looks just like it's an Xbox X Series fridge, and
That's
you
pretty
can
cool,
buy them.
actually. Can you really?
Yeah,
You know, there's some like hardcore gamers out there
let me see.
buying those up.
I want to see how much it is. I know it was a lot of money.
Yeah, probably a ton. But you can buy those.
Oh
That's
yeah, it
actually
was
kinda cool.
it was in collaboration with Snoop Dogg, which
course.
I have no idea how that came about.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's
it's a
funny.
1-to-1
Snoop
scale replica of the Xbox Series X, standing over 6 feet tall and weighing in at 400 pounds.
Dogg. God, how can you actually buy it? Like, are people buying these?
Yep.
Damn. And it's a
Uh,
full size fridge. It's not a mini fridge.
No, full size.
Full size fridge.
It's not a mini fridge. It's 6 feet tall and 400 pounds.
Oh my god, I like that.
Yeah,
People
they
are
made a
putting
whole
those in their
video
homes
just
now.
like memeing around where they take it out and it's just huge.
Just this massive fridge, huh? That's pretty funny. I think
They're even doing a
personally,
sweepstakes. They're giving one away.
get it. You gotta get it. I personally think that what was the Xbox One and the PS4. I think those look way better,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Like
This
I
year they
think
really went
those
all,
were.
they went all out on the modern design.
Yeah, I don't know. The Xbox
PS5
One
looks like something
is
that belongs
nice.
in Halo, which is
It
a
does.
Microsoft game.
Yeah,
And then-
yeah.
The Xbox X Series just looks like a fridge.
Does
I'm
just
seeing
look like
here
a fridge.
the Xbox Series X branded refrigerator has an approximate retail value of $3,000.
Oh my. Well, actually, no. That's actually kind of accurate for
Yeah.
a fridge price. That's pretty regular. So it's kind of funny that you can buy it.
Yeah.
Like you could buy like a nice KitchenAid like regular stainless steel fridge, or you could buy a Xbox branded fridge.
That's great that Microsoft was able to see everyone memeing on it, calling it a fridge and stuff, and then they actually go out and make it a fridge. And then
Yeah, that's good.
do a
on
giveaway to give someone one.
Uh huh. The problem with most things is like
Sony would
when
never.
something gets when something gets memed so hard, the company either has two ways to take it. Either like super pissed and just like
Yeah, like
go
Sony, I don't think was very
against
happy
it.
about the router comments.
No,
They were
but
like, we worked hard
Xbox
on
like
this, we paid designers, and you're always gonna call it an ugly router from 2003. Right?
yeah, but Xbox took the route of
Yeah.
you got to go with it. It's funny, and then it makes it's just better.
And people would be more likely to buy your product because then they're like, oh, they understand, they have a sense of humor. It's more fun over here on the Microsoft side.
Yeah,
And the Sony
exactly.
side, like, no, it's not a router.
No. Reminding me of the PS5. Travis Scott has a PlayStation collab.
I just
Like, he's
saw something about that the other day. I saw an article saying Travis Scott x Sony
Yeah, it's
PS5
crazy.
something or other.
So he does like, he was their big commercial. Like he was in the commercial doing the voiceover for the PS5. He came out with a Nike shoe
He's getting all these brand
with the
deals.
place.
McDonald's
He's having
as
a
well.
crazy
the
year. I was just
Travis
gonna say
Scott
like,
burger. Like
so he
suddenly
came out,
everyone wants him in their commercials.
I know. So he came out with the PlayStation commercial, PlayStation Nike shoe, then also like a ton of merch. And now he's got, yeah, then he just did the McDonald's where he had a ton of merch for that. And a bunch of other things. The Fortnite thing, and he had Nerf guns. So it's just been like,
He's a walking brand deal right now.
he really is. Like everyone's saying 2020 has been like
The year
Travis
of Travis.
Scott's year. Like he's dropped a few songs, but in terms of like brand deals, crazy stuff.
He's making good
Like, who
money, that's for sure.
Yeah, like not a lot of like rappers get first the Nike deal, which is crazy. And then to have like 4 or 5, probably like 6 shoes now, all be worth thousands of dollars. And then the McDonald's has only ever collabed with one other person, and that was Michael Jordan in the 90s when Michael Jordan was at his like peak.
Yeah, that's
And then
the
Travis
thing.
Scott
Like,
is
a
the
lot of other
second.
rappers have their own shoes, or they get a brand deal with a company and have
Uh-huh.
their own shoe made. But
Yeah.
how many rappers have partnered with goddamn McDonald's?
Exactly.
Like,
Like
McDonald's is huge, and they don't partner with anyone.
No, no one. And cuz they don't even need to. But
Yeah.
even like with that when the Travis Scott burger came out, the sales of McDonald's went up like 9% or something, which is a ton.
Everyone wanted the Travis Scott burger, the Travis
Everyone
Patty.
wanted the Travi Patty. So, yeah, he's doing crazy stuff. Even the Fortnite, like, say
Didn't
what
he
you
do
will
like
about
2
Fortnite.
concerts on Fortnite or something?
Yeah, like he did a Fortnite concert, and that was like as soon as like quarantine and all that stuff started happening.
Yeah, so everyone was home.
Like, yeah, he was the first one to like figure it out, and then yeah, he does it on Fortnite, getting paid millions. Then he goes on to do like Fortnite Nerf guns. There's Travis Scott Fortnite Nerf guns, which is a huge check off of that. Yeah, Travis Scott, he's going crazy all 2020. But yeah, he's an interesting one because I was reading too, like it's way bigger than just like Travis. Like he's just like the face of it, and then it's this massive corporation, which is like Travis Scott. Because there's
Yeah.
no way like he's getting all these deals like on his own. There's just so much going into it, which is kind of fascinating to like think about. Because he's a business. Travis Scott is like a business, and he's just the front of it. So I want to know what the revenue is that they bring in like every year, because I think that would be, I don't know, what would you guess it is?
A year
Apple.
for him right now?
Yeah, like this 2020 year, I think he's all the merch, McDonald's, Fortnite.
He's at
Nike.
least in 10 he's in at least 10 million plus.
Yeah,
At least.
I think he's probably close to like 20 mil, maybe more, probably more.
He's probably making upwards of 30 mil.
Yeah, because with each of these things, he drops like all this merch too. and all the merch always just sells. So he's like, yeah, he's raking in
Okay,
huge
yeah.
money.
Between
Huge
June
money.
2019 and June 2020, Travis Scott earned $40 million.
Oh my god. 40 mil. I guess so. McDonald's alone.
Just his Astroworld tour grossed 65 million.
Yeah. That's really. Yeah, Travis Scott has been very smart ever since. Yeah, whenever him and Kylie got together, his career at that point
It was just
went
all up from there.
sky high. Sky high.
I guess the
If you
Kardashians
look,
just have that status
yeah,
now where
because
just
it's
being
like,
around them propels you to total stardom.
yeah, because I'm sure, yeah, Travis and Kylie loved each other at the time. But if you look at it at pure like business, so
It was a
Travis
good
Scott,
transaction, let's just say that.
yeah, like Travis Scott, so he's like we know him because we're big fans of him, but like the world doesn't really know him yet. Like he's not at that level. But then you start dating Kylie Jenner, and then you get opened up into that whole world of
Yeah,
like
because then
the
everyone wants to make an
Kardashians
article about Travis Scott
exactly.
and Kylie.
Now his name's everywhere, and then you have a baby with Kylie. That just takes it to another like
That
the
was
next
that was the
level.
real business transaction.
That was the real.
She got a kid, which is what like all the Kardashians go crazy about. You know, when someone has a kid, they do like huge parties and everyone makes articles on it and stuff. It's a huge deal. So
and then Travis,
she succeeded out of that transaction, and he got all the fame from it too. So
yeah, and
it was
then
a
he just
win-win.
went. It just went crazy because, yeah, because once you have a baby with a Kardashian Jenner, then it's just skyrocketed.
Kind
And
of messed up to
then
think about, but seriously, that was just like a business transaction.
yeah, what like I'm sure yeah, they loved each other, all that. But if you think of it purely as business, like that was really when Travis's career went sky high. And then his music is also so good. Like he's got something to back it. It wasn't just like you go and look at Travis and it's like nothing's there. Like he
Yeah.
had all the good music, and then he comes out with like Sicko Mode and Astro World, and then Sicko Mode with Drake. Now he's got a hit with Drake. Come on. From there it was all the way up, all the way up. And then he did the Netflix documentary. Yeah, Travis Scott, he took over. He took over. Who else have you been listening to lately, Karis?
I don't even know.
Who's been in the playlist?
I've just been putting things on shuffle, just going down.
and just going. Are you someone? Can you listen to music while working?
Yeah,
Like
I
any
prefer it.
like. I prefer it too, but I listen to like I have to listen to lo-fi music if I'm writing a paper.
yeah. For me, it depends.
When you write a paper, can you listen
paper-
to like
A paper, you usually have to go for something way more chill or just off. But if
Yeah.
I'm just doing like video editing or something, even though
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I need to listen
then
to the
this-
audio and the video, I'll still have music in the background as well.
yeah. Yeah, that's when it's the best. Like if I'm like drawing like illustration or doing like some Photoshop thing, always music. But if I'm writing, only lo-fi. Cuz I can't with the lyrics, it's too much.
It's too violent
But
and
I think-
aggressive.
Too violent and aggressive. But I think lo-fi is actually good. I think it's meant to help you study because it keeps like that other half of your mind like occupied on something, so that's not just being distracted by a million other things. It's just like this side is focused on the music and this side is focused on what you're doing, and then I think it helps. I don't know. Maybe I'll learn about that in psychology soon.
Maybe.
I won't be able to. I've been listening to Brent Faeza. How do you say that? Do you know how to say his last name? Faeza?
I have no
I-
idea. I
Do
know
you
who
know
you're
who I'm
talking
talking about,
about, but
Yeah.
I have no idea how to pronounce his last name.
I've been listening to him a bit today, mostly this morning, and he's pretty good.
Yeah.
I wasn't really like I knew one of his songs. I knew Trust, I like that one just because that song like really blew up, so I knew about that.
I knew
But
about him from
never.
the Juice World interlude he did
Oh, true. Yeah.
on
Okay.
Death Race for
That's
Love.
where I heard him. Yeah. Yeah. I liked him on that,
That
but
was I really like that song still, even though it's just like a short
yeah.
1 minute interlude.
Mm. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay. That's why I first heard of him, and then I heard this other song. I was like, listen to that, and now I'm into it. Now I'm listening. Speaking of Juice, I've been getting like every time on my YouTube recommendations now, it's like there's a new leaked Juice song every day.
People are figuring it
I
out.
don't even I don't even know where they're coming from anymore. Because Juice has always had that issue with songs leaking, but now it's like every day there's like 10. I don't even know where they're coming from, who's getting them, but that's a thing. So Juice's music. Have you listened to what else is on Spotify here? Kid Leroy. Have you listened to him lately?
Um, I think I've been shuffling around. He's come up a couple times, but I haven't really specifically seeked out anything from him.
Any Kid Leroy? Okay, because he dropped a new little mixtape on Friday, which is pretty good. I liked it. Who else? Ooh, there's a Future and Lil Uzi Vert album. Have you heard any of that yet?
I haven't heard it, but I heard it came out.
Yeah, there's a few. I'll send you a couple of the good songs on there. It sounds, I don't know. I like it, but it's nothing really new, which is kind of eh. It just sounds like a regular like trap Future album mainly,
With a little bit
but
of Uzi Vert sprinkled on.
with a little bit of Uzi Vert. Actually, a lot of the songs mainly have Lil Uzi Vert, which is pretty good. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. All 6 points go to Uzi. Future, and he could have gone. They could have gone a lot crazier, I think. Is it getting dark where you are? Is it gonna storm?
Uh, I don't
'Cause
know. It doesn't look too dark. It's a bit dark.
Cause
But it's
from
always
here,
dark here during winter.
Yeah, that's true. From here, it looks like it could be 6. No, not 6. It's pitch black by 6. Maybe it's like 4:30.
Yeah.
Sun's going down. That's
It's
what it
like
looks like over
3
here.
for me.
Yeah, okay. Sun's already going down. Have you gone into any seasonal depression yet,
No.
Haas? Not yet.
I'm waiting for the snow to stay.
Yeah, that's when is seasonal depression? Is that like, I thought it would happen once. Time saving. What do we even call it? Daylight saving.
Yeah,
thought
I think
that's
it's like when
it kicked in.
the leaves come off the trees, daylight saving is
Yeah.
kind of the thing.
The whole combo.
It's the
And you're like,
time
damn.
between Halloween and Christmas, I think. Roughly.
Yeah. That should be the best time though.
Should
But
be.
no. Sometimes I think.
There's like
don't
multiple
know.
waves. There's like in between Halloween and Christmas because you're not really doing a whole lot. You're just
Yeah.
especially during quarantine, you're just chilling here. And then I
Mhm.
think after Christmas and after New Year's, there's like nothing to look forward to for
Yeah,
a little
so
while.
it's a little. That's true. So that goes into a little bit of a rough time. I think. Yeah, January. Are you prepared for those? At least we don't have to go walk from class to class though.
Yeah.
On those nice -30
Mm.
January days. You remember like walking class to class, and then you get that wind
Oh.
going.
You
That
see everyone
is-
just shoulders up to break the chin.
Oh my, that's hard times.
Yeah.
What was roughly how many minutes was your longest walk? Did you have any bad ones?
I had to go all the way from our dorm to the main square. So
Oh yeah. What like okay. So that's roughly what, like 10 minutes?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's around there.
Something around there. That's
so
quite
I would
a far
have to
one.
like cut through the little pond area,
Yeah,
Be walking on the
cut through
ice, a little
there.
bit of slip and slide.
A little slip and slide. Yeah, sometimes I would try and do that. Sometimes we get a little risky though, 'cause sometimes you just hit a patch.
If it was down to the ice or just a tiny bit of snow, you do not want to do it. But
No,
when there was about a centimeter or two of snow, I could do it.
that was fine. You were okay at that
But when it
point.
was down to
But
just ice, it was real sketch.
yeah, you don't. You're wasting time at that point because you're going so slow. Who I think I think Carter had the worst because he was like past the
Oh
main
yeah,
square. He was another like
yeah. Here's another 2 minutes.
he's a little more. I think yeah, like
2 minutes
15.
just to
That's
get in
a
the
15.
building,
Yeah,
and then
'Cause
you got to
once
go
you're
up
in there, you gotta
multiple escalators.
multiple escalators. At least it's not stairs though.
Yeah,
That would be rough. Um, yeah, I think probably my worst walk is probably like 10 minutes. The when it was rough was I would be in class until like 9. Did you have a class till 9?
I think I had a
I don't
class
remember.
till 7 or 6 or something.
Ah, okay. So mine was yeah, I had one until 9. And that's when it's really just blistering cold. It's basically midnight at that
Yeah,
point. At
it's like 2
9 in the
a.m.
winter. Yeah, it is like 2 a.m. and
Streets
the
are
wind is
empty,
just
pitch black,
I remember
just
going
you and the wind.
well when we would go to A&W and we would go at like what time would that be? Like midnight.
Yeah,
That was freezing. I remember being cold at that
I remember having to
time.
throw the food in the coat, keep it
Yeah,
warm.
you would put your food in your coat to keep food warm and you warm.
Yeah, then we get
And
really
then that
steamy
would
in there, kind of
uh-huh.
disgusting.
It'd just be like, you know, you know how that happens? That's gotta be, that is probably one of the worst things. When you get like food, it's hot, but then you gotta take it somewhere. And by the time you get it there,
It's all like steamed out and it's all
it's
sweaty.
just soaked. It's just soaked.
Yeah, bag is
You would think
dripping.
it's like they poured boiling water into the bag
Yeah, and then
before
just
they
let it
gave it to
boil
you,
in the bag.
and just had it boil and just sit there. That was just steam. I had that the other day, and it wasn't.
Your
It wasn't
burger
the most pleasant.
bun has water rolling down it. It's like, how
Yeah,
much
it's
water
just
could there be in this bag?
yeah, it's just soggy, and all the fries are all soggy too.
Oh yeah,
That's pretty.
that really is the
It's
worst.
not a pleasant. It's not a great. It's not a great time.
Luckily, our sprint wasn't too long.
Oh, it felt like days. It felt like like 10 kilometers, even though it was only like 5 minutes, if that. But
Yeah,
that
it was
was
like
quite
a
the.
4 minute walk.
That's it. Yeah, I guess so. When you go on a nice day, then it feels like nothing.
Feels like
When
it
you go
takes
on a
1 minute.
nice, yeah, when you go on a
When
blistering.
it's pitch black, you have to stop at a light. Oh,
Oh, when you get to stop at a light, that is no good. What's risky though is like sometimes you get a light and it's counting down. It's like 3, 2, 1. So you're like, okay, I'll just run across because by the time everything changes, you're good. But then in the winter, you gotta check for that black ice. Because if you do a little
yeah,
slip in the middle of the street,
you're donezo.
you're donezo. You're cooked. It's over. Yeah. At least, are we? Are you officially home for second semester?
Oh, I'm staying. They can't
You're
send me back
staying.
now.
Staying put.
I'm
Yeah.
here
Okay.
for the rest of my university years.
No.
They've ruined me.
No.
I can't go back.
You can't go back. You don't know how to function anymore.
Yep, I don't know how to
You don't know.
communicate, find my way, live on my own.
Live on your own. No, it's okay. We'll find a nice home. We'll find a nice home. It'll be fine. But yeah, we're home at least for this year, and then we'll see. We'll see. I think. Have you heard anything about any vaccines lately?
I've heard that there's
I
a
haven't heard it.
vaccine or something being offered in Canada soon, isn't there?
I don't know. I haven't really
Or the U.S. or
paid much
somewhere.
attention.
The
I
U.S.
don't
like
know.
right when Trump got out of the office, Biden got in the office, they announced they have a vaccine or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
All these people
We'll
claiming they got these vaccines, but I don't see any. I don't see any curing going on.
No, I don't.
I don't see a drop in the daily cases. Where's the drop in the daily
No,
cases?
that's what we want to know. That's what we want to know.
That's what I want to see. I don't want to hear
Uh,
about this, that, and the other. I want to see it.
I want to see the
For my
visuals. I
very
want the
own community.
visuals. Yeah.
Show me some
I wanna
graphs. Show me the data.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I just want to see the data. Show me the data.
Hopefully they figure something out soon.
Yeah, I think they. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if we're lucky.
It's gonna be rough the
But-
winter months when people have to stay inside all winter.
We basically already do. I don't think I see my neighbors until like May. From Christmas till May, it's like you don't even see them.
Yeah.
It's over.
But I just mean
So I
like if you
think-
can't even go to the store to like get like Christmas presents and stuff. If you got to go there
Well, yeah.
and like people with kids, you got to like make sure they're wearing their
That's
masks
true.
and stuff. You go with your kids to Toys R Us or something.
But I don't know about you, but we last even few years, we just Amazon everything.
And
Like kids'
I guess you're the
toys?
reason Toys R Us is out of business then, huh?
Probably because kids'
You're,
stores for Christmas,
ruining
they're
our
just
heritage
the
and our
memories, the fond
yeah.
memories. Hey, I don't know if Toys R Us is the same anymore.
You
Is
saying
it?
they've changed? I think you've changed.
I think I think they've changed.
I think
which
it's a
is
you
forced.
problem. It's a you thing. It's not them,
Yeah,
it's you.
maybe. But
They still offer great
Amazon-
toys at great prices, I feel, and you're
I
just
don't
out
know.
here doing Amazon.
Amazon. To
Actually,
the
I
door.
don't know because I've been to Toys R Us in a long while. So maybe their selection's getting
Yeah, I
real
haven't
slim.
even been either. It might be. Who knows?
I went there like 3-4 years ago, I think, to get a present for one of my cousins.
Yeah.
Looked
Yeah.
like the Toys R Us I've always known. I mean, there's a lot of Fortnite stuff. I think.
See, that's how they've changed. They've
or was
changed.
no? Was it? I think they had Fortnite stuff at the time. I don't remember.
Do you remember how there used to be that like game section, like for video games
Yeah.
and all that? That was quite the place. I don't
That
know. If
was.
they
You
still
go
have
in there
that.
with your Nintendo DS.
Yeah. Pick out a nice little game,
Yep.
and there you go at the nice Toys R Us cool kids section.
That is really cool. Kids go. The gamers.
The gamers. We are roughly at 40 minutes now. Told all the stories I gotta tell.
When you,
You gotta-
got kicked out of EB Games for trying to buy GTA 5, you'd go to Toys R Us and buy Animal Crossing there.
Buy Animal. Yeah, it's basically the same game.
Basically, I mean,
Basically,
there's
you're trying to make
taxes,
money.
There's
You're trying to
sources
make
of
both
income.
games- yeah, both games you're socializing with others. You're trying to get money. You're trying to
you're
get a
learning
nice
to
house.
value other players.
yeah. I think
That's what GTA is all about.
yeah, GTA and Animal Crossing is not that different.
The same game.
It's not that different. Yeah, same.
Both
same
made by
game, basically.
Nintendo.
Yeah, I'm waiting for GTA to come out on the Nintendo Switch. That'll be quite the day. That'll be the day.
I can't say I think that's gonna happen, but
I hope it does. That'd be
I
kind
think
of
there
funny.
might be a market for it, but not a big enough one to validate it. I think.
Just do it. Just do it for the people. That'd be for the people, really.
I just want to see GTA 6 in Toronto.
That would be one hell of a game.
They've already
if-
said that they're not going to do it anywhere outside the U.S., but maybe there's a slim chance.
If
said
they
they like
made
having it in the U.S. because they can make fun of things in the U.S. and people don't get angry.
right,
Because a lot of people wanted to go back to, or I think people wanted to move to Tokyo or something.
Tokyo would be crazy. Yeah, but you can't. They can't really make fun. Like,
Yeah, they
They
can't
make
make fun of
the
their
US a
culture because
lot.
people are not going to be happy with it.
no.
At least when they're making fun of themselves, everyone's just like, haha, it's true.
But yeah, that's true. If GTA came,
Because GTA is
Yeah,
all
that's
about
Toronto.
taking the piss out of things.
yeah, they really, in the most,
They will rip,
most
they,
sense
like,
of the word.
if you've ever played GTA and watched the TV, they will go in on America.
Yeah, they will.
They just make
will
fun of everything.
They will just shred it to bits.
Yeah, there's like billboards around that make
Yeah,
fun of it as well, and they know how to
GTA.
have good fun naming the cars as well. All that
Yeah,
stuff.
because I've even seen like when I'm on like Instagram or something, because they'll put ads for
Yeah,
GTA, but it'll be an
but for
ad
the
that's
cars by the
for the
dealership
car
in the game.
specific. Exactly. So
Yeah,
it's
I've
like
seen those. Those are really cool. I like the way they do
those
that.
are cool. But no, if GTA 6 came to Toronto, I would buy
I would
um
buy multiple
either
copies.
yeah, but I'd buy like the new PlayStation or the I'd probably buy the Xbox. Yeah, I'd probably buy the Xbox, but I would buy it specifically for GTA. 'Cause how great would that be? What would they even Yeah, how much detail do you think they would go into? I know when
I
they in
mean,
GTA
they did a full scan of LA for GTA
That's
5.
true. Yeah, like you would know like I guess they would have like Young and Dundas. They would have
Yeah,
like all that, I
they have
guess.
like CN Tower, Rogers Center,
Yeah, I'd
Waterfront.
like to know how like accurate the streets are. Like could you navigate like knowing our knowledge of Toronto,
When
like how to
GTA
get
5
place to
first came
place?
out, a lot of people that live in LA could like navigate to their work and stuff in the game,
Really?
and the buildings like all look the same.
Yeah. Okay. Then I guess yeah, for GTA 6 cuz GTA 5 came out 2013. So now 2020, they could really pinpoint it.
Even when
Have
I
you
went to
played
Santa Monica, like a lot of the
Mhm.
buildings there like the same. The obviously the pier is all the exact same. The
Mhm.
positions of lifeguard towers and stuff are all the same.
Interesting. Yeah, that's pretty crazy then. I guess if they scan it, then it's basically exactly it. What about have you played Watch Dogs? Have you gotten Watch Dogs Legion? I think it's called.
No, I've seen a lot of videos on it. It looks really cool.
It does look
But
pretty cool.
after buying the first Watch Dogs and the second Watch Dogs, I was kind of disappointed.
Were you?
I
Cuz I
know
thought
the first one, I played a lot of the online for that.
right.
Uh, for some reason, I
Cuz
was like really good at the online part of that.
when you got Watch Dogs 1, I don't remember when that came out. But was that like a GTA but cuz you couldn't get GTA? Is that kind of how it was or was it like its own thing
I
for
think I
you?
got it because I just like the idea of being able to like hack the surroundings and stuff. And
Right.
I really
Okay.
liked Watch Dogs 1, which is weird
Yeah.
because a lot of people were disappointed because when they released the trailer for it at E3, the
Hmm.
game looked a lot better in the trailer than it did in like actually on your console.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always kind of sad.
But yeah, when they
uh,
first released that trailer, it looked really good on their trailer, and then on
right.
console it looked like it was similar, but it was pretty
It was
disappointing how
not the
much
same.
it did not look
Yeah.
the same. They didn't have the same like reflections and stuff, and it didn't look as nice at night.
Right.
There was a
I
lot of
find
things
that
that were
yeah.
off, but I
Yeah.
really enjoyed the actual gameplay of it. I played like a lot of that game online
Yeah.
because there was like some
yeah,
interesting.
okay.
There was some really unique ideas there. Like random players could just hack into your game when you were playing,
Right.
just even in
Yeah.
single player as well.
Interesting.
So
Yeah,
people could
okay,
just
that's
hack
pretty
into your
fun then.
game and like try to steal your info, and then you have to go find them and kill them.
Interesting. Yeah, it's I think it had like it's a good concept.
It had some unique ideas, but it fell short of everyone's expectations, which is what will
Is it
kill a game, even if it's a good game.
yeah, is
If you
it
remember, do you remember what happened in No Man's
Ubisoft?
Sky?
Yeah, that would tanked hard.
But it's on the revival now. It is
Oh,
one of the. I've never seen a revival like that.
really? It's on the up and up?
It is really on the up and up. Let me see.
Ah.
Uh,
Like people are like they've improved it significantly, or like people are
yeah,
just
they've been updating it for the last 4 years, I guess.
what'd they do
And
wrong? Like hype it up so much and then
yeah, they said
comes
like you'll
out
be able to see your friends and people will be in the world normally and
right,
all this stuff. And
and then it came out and it was like
it
no,
was, yeah, they promised all this stuff like being able to buy your own trader ships and go around, fill them with stuff and trade with their players and go to
huh?
these alien planets that players have already been to and like find like the buildings they've built,
Right,
or like go hang out with them on other islands, just like find random players. And
but
when it
no,
came out, people quickly found out like they even had the same named stars and stuff, and people would go to them and you could not see each other,
huh?
and like people did not like that, so it flopped hard at first.
Yeah, but now
Uh,
they're reviving it.
Yeah, the launch was really bad. People hated it. Multiple tried to sue them and get them in trouble for false advertising. And now on Metacritic, it's got
Right.
an 83.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
pretty good.
That is quite.
And user
That's
score,
a
it's got
lot
an
better than what it
8.2.
was.
Because when it first came out, it
Yeah.
had a rating of like 30. It was awful.
Yeah. No, that's not good. Ooh, what's another game? A game they need to revive. Driver San Francisco. I'm
That's
just
true.
thinking of old old games.
Who
I don't know why
developed
that
that?
popped
Was
into
it
my mind.
Ubisoft?
I think it's Ubisoft, but they're. Yeah, oh, I remembered because Watch Dogs is Ubisoft, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Okay, that's why I remembered it. Um, remember Driver San Francisco? That was quite the game. We would play that. What the problem with that was though, like you play single player and there's like 200 cars, and then you go into multiplayer, and there's like five. It's still the open world, but then you have like now only five cars, and that was kind of
Yeah.
But that was a fun game because you like I remember the physics in that being like the best because you could like drift cars around for like forever. You could do nonstop drifts for the whole time.
There
That was pretty fun.
apparently Ubisoft was first founded in Britain in 1984, and they focused on making racing games. So yeah, they made Driver San Francisco, Driver,
Right.
Driver 2, Driver Parallel Lines.
I think those were huge. Like the driver games were huge.
Yeah.
We got
Driver
on
San
like
Francisco was a
last.
really good game.
That was yeah. It was my favorite like story mode. I think of because I only played racing games mainly, and
then
then the
after
story
that,
mode in that was
they
fun.
founded Ubisoft Montreal and Vancouver and stuff, and
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think they're ever gonna bring Driver back, but it's pretty sweet.
we can pray. Maybe one day.
We can pray.
They
What
don't really
about?
focus
Oh,
on
what else we played?
racing games anymore, but maybe.
Right.
Maybe
Who
they
made
will.
Midnight? Oh, Rockstar made Midnight Club. That was a good game.
That was a good game.
Cause we would play that too. Um,
Which one did
Yeah,
we
Midnight
have?
Club was
We
kinda
had Midnight Club.
L.A. I think Midnight
Yeah.
Club L.A.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have.
2008.
Cause there was also like Dub Edition. That would have been a cool one. Cause it's all like these cars with huge rims and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we had
Um,
Midnight Club Los Angeles Complete Edition 2009, I think.
Yeah, that was because remember, because you would go online, and people would, at that point, 2009 that came out. Okay, we were probably playing that in like 2014, 2015, I think, something like that. But people were still. That was when it had like a cult following, so the people that were on there just loved it. And because remember when we would, I think we found a couple of car shows when people were doing that stuff, and then they would just all park nicely in a parking lot,
Yeah.
and then they would just like drive around. That was fun
Yeah,
stuff
that
because
was
doesn't
cool.
that doesn't happen often, especially not because I think after that is when we got. Well, you had GTA a bit before me, and then I got GTA.
Oh yeah, and random people would just like drive up to you and just like hang out and race around
Yeah,
on
like-
motorcycles with you. And
Uh huh.
remember the
like, it was
guy
cool,
that was
like-
had the police officer radio thing? He had like, the
That
sound
was kinda
effect on his
crazy.
microphone.
Yeah, because he would play it in the mic, and he had the full like cop
He'd be like
sound effects,
"Please
like the
pull over."
radio, everything, and then he would like pull you over, and then yeah, that was a game that had the cult following, where the people like played it. Then you go to like GTA, and you can't even drive like 20 feet before someone's shooting up your entire door, and like blowing up your car. So yeah,
Yeah,
Midnight Club,
Midnight-
bring Midnight Club back.
Apparently, in January 2010, it was reported that Rockstar had stalled plans for a future Midnight Club installment. I guess they were planning one around that time.
What, this January?
No, January
when you
2010.
said- Oh, 10 years ago now.
Yeah, Rockstar had stalled plans for it, and their development team was slowly dismantled. Aww. In
I guess
2012, Take-Two Interactive, which are the people that bought out Rockstar and like bought GTA and all that stuff, they
Right.
re-registered the Midnight Club trademark, but there's no known future plans for the future for Midnight Club.
Interesting. I think
Aw.
Rockstar makes some of the most solid games.
They make very good open Like
Like,
huge games.
yeah, like they don't make a lot, and they don't make them often.
They don't make them often, but when they do, they're huge and they are
They're
smash hits.
the they're the best, basically. Like, well, I never played Red Dead Redemption. You did though.
Yeah.
Did you play both?
Yep.
And what do you think?
The first one was one of my favorite games of all time. Probably.
Damn, there you go. And then the second one, I do like
I-
that.
Well, still in the first one, I used to play it with Julian as well.
Mm-hmm.
Back in like grade 9 or 8 maybe.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun. We just go around, and it was sort of like Midnight
The
Club,
open-
where there was
Yeah.
no real specific objective. Like you
Right.
could go around and do mission stuff, but it was mainly just like go around and see what you could get into and hang out. So like
Yeah.
we'd go like hold up a city or hold up a bank, and then just see how
'Cause
many
it's-
waves of objects
it's
we
all
could hold
set-
off, and other players
it's
would
all
join
set-
in.
It's 1800s, right? Like,
Yeah, it's cowboy times, and yeah, the game was a lot of fun. You get into a lot of hijinks from just like running into
Mhm.
random players. People would
Yeah,
steal
that
your
is-
horses, or you'd be driving a.
right.
I remember one time we were riding in a carriage, and this guy came riding on a zebra.
You can do that. They had zebras.
They were fast too. He had a
Uh.
zebra, and it was fast as hell.
and he was just going with a zebra.
Oh, yeah.
That's yeah. I guess
Like he would
yeah,
be
when
moving
it's
like
so open
5
world.
times the speed of your horse. Like it was so
Right.
fast.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, Rockstar makes solid games because even like, well, I heard Red Dead Redemption 2 went crazy. Like everyone loved that.
Yeah, the Red Dead Redemption 2, I played it on PS4 before my PS4 broke. And it was really fun, but they were missing some things. Like well, first of
Oh,
all, I
wasn't
guess
the
after the success
multiplayer-
of GTA 5 and all the microtransactions, they made a lot of things
Right.
like impossible to obtain unless you paid for them. They had this
okay.
gold bar currency thing, and you could use that to like
Yeah.
buy upgrades for your gun or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Or whatever. So
that
they-
you couldn't like achieve.
It was like in
regularly.
order to achieve it regularly, you would have to put in like 200 hours. Like I'm not even joking. Like a
Yeah,
ridiculous
which
amount
is
of hours
Insane. Yeah.
to get like one thing. Whereas if you just bought it, then you'd have it instantly, of course.
Yeah.
So that kind of ruined a lot of it for me because in order to level up, you had to play it religiously.
Or just
But the
pay
story
so
was
much.
really good. I really enjoyed the
Yeah.
story. I never finished the story before my PS4 broke, but I
But-
really enjoyed it. And
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
I was
then.
gonna get it on PC when they released on that after my PS4 broke.
Yeah.
But then they had so many bugs from porting it, and people were saying it was crashing. They couldn't even play it.
Right.
So I still held off. I might get it one day.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but it seems like a good. I never played it, but from what everyone was saying, I was like, this could be a good game. Maybe if you let me borrow your copy over the Christmas break,
It's a digital
I'll give
copy.
it and a little copy because you got the PS. Oh, you have a digital copy?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, so that thing is lost
It's lost
in
in
the
time.
sauce.
It's on my
Lost in the
account,
sauce. Yeah, okay. Never mind then. If you had it, the physical, I always buy the physical copies.
but it would have been a good
Still.
idea. Now I just it was like so large, the game. It was hundreds of gigabytes, I remember.
Yeah, where do you even, what, you probably got hard drive in?
Yeah.
Is that what you were doing? Yeah. No, I buy well, yeah, it still takes like 50 gigs. I think GTA was the biggest game I had to install, and that was like maybe 60 gigs. It's a lot.
I think Red Dead
It's a
Redemption
lot
2
of
was the
gigs,
biggest game I had to
honestly.
install.
And then it takes, what's it, like 10 hours? So you get the game, you get home, and then you plug it in, and you put it in, and that takes, what, another 10 hours?
Yeah.
Just install it. Yeah. Video games. I'm thinking, I don't know what my next computer setup will be, but I'm wondering. Do you think I go PC, Curse?
I think you do.
I know you're gonna say that.
I know you like.
Kater,
I know. I know you like your Macs, but
yeah,
PC really unlocks full potential.
I know, but I'm like in the what's the word? What's the word I'm thinking
You're in the
of?
ecosystem.
I'm in the
They got you
ecosystem.
locked in. You got your messages on your computer and your phone seamlessly. You
Yeah,
got your
it's
emails
just
seamlessly. You got your
because now
iCloud seamlessly.
I got the iPad too.
Yeah.
So now I got the phone, the iPad, and the Mac. And when you get to just like quickly just airdrop something in here and then send it to your phone, you take a photo and it's already on your computer.
Maybe it's time
You
you
set
also go Android then.
no,
Like a full
no,
switch. Because then you got Google
no,
Drive, and I think you get extra storage if you buy an actual like Pixel, and then
no. The only no, I think for my phone, and I
I
would
don't think
always
you're
have
ever
an
gonna switch off
iPad.
iPhone,
No,
but
I
you
just
might switch off Mac OS, and that
that would
excites
be
me.
that would be the only switch I would do. The iPad, I would only have an iPad. I don't even really know what competes directly with the iPad Pro right now.
I don't think anything competes with the iPad Pro, but there's other tablets.
There is other tablets, but I don't know. I would always keep an iPhone and an iPad. Is what I think. Maybe the PC is where I would make the change, if anything, because when you compare the prices,
The
when you
price
go on like
differences are insane. I
insane.
mean, look at the
When you
Mac
go,
Pro.
it's insane. Like,
Mac Pro is like a new car.
oh, you can spec that. I spec'd one out the other day. It came out to 60 grand,
Oh,
which is insane.
that's like
But
a
it's a
BMW.
yeah, it's like a it's a nice BMW too. Um, yeah, 60 grand. But that thing was a beast. But if you just got all the parts in one PC, then it would be like what, 10 grand,
Yeah.
20, maybe 20, because it was a beast. But I don't know. That's the only time I would make any kind of switch, I think.
That's my
'Cause
issue with Apple. Sure, they have good products, they have good design, but they price it knowing they can price it wherever the hell they want.
yeah, because it's like
Because people are going to buy it because it's Apple and because the ecosystem
yeah,
works so well together.
yeah. I wouldn't even say like, at least in my opinion, why I have all these Apple products isn't even like the name, because a lot of people do buy that. Like they'll only buy Apple because it's like the name of Apple.
Some people
But
will not be caught dead with a PC or an Android.
yeah, just out of like for like
They're
status
disgusted by
reasons,
anyone that has a
which is
Windows computer or a Android
yeah, I
phone.
know. Which is that's not for me at least. I can say that's not. I just love the ecosystem. The ecosystem of how they all interact is great. And for me, like the iPad, for what I do, really, it just worked the best.
Yeah, that's
And
what
then when I
Apple
was,
really capitalized on. They really capitalized on getting like an ecosystem set up where you can have everything on all your devices just synced.
and it just seemed like that's me personally. Like I like computers. I like tech, like that. But I also just like stuff that's works and simple. So I don't really have to like think of much else outside of that, you know.
Yeah.
And for Apple, they've nailed that. I
Apple
think.
has always been really good at designs. They're able to get like nice looking icons and desktops, make all the
Mm-hmm.
user interface really intuitive. And they
Right.
had like obviously some really good software developers go into making everything work together. Because when you're Apple
Yeah.
and you're going into phones, laptops, tablets, like all these devices that can sort of like play off
Yeah.
each other,
Yeah.
having the ability to switch between them easily is like awesome.
Yeah.
Whereas like Google, they started as a search engine. They were not making, and Windows too. Like
No.
Windows, they tried to make a phone and it flopped really hard because they don't know how to make
Mm-hmm.
phones properly. They
Mm-hmm.
don't have any experience in it and stuff. They just like build software and computers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, software for computers. They don't even really build computers. They
Yeah.
sort of build like surfaces, but those are also kind of rough.
And no one really wants them either.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Apple really
Yeah.
had
Apple
the
just.
step ahead where they produce like the whole ecosystem, and then they can just work on refining and getting everything to work
Mm-hmm.
perfectly with each other. You don't have to
Exactly.
rely on like maybe their tablet's a Samsung or maybe their computer's by Dell or whatever. And then there's all these different little
Yeah.
things that might change.
And then like you're sending things over, like on email, and it's not. I don't know. It's not the same. And at least like for my program I'm in, and like the industry I'd be going into, everywhere I go, it's just Apple, Apple, Apple. And
Yeah.
everyone's just, it's just, I don't know. For
When I
me,
go into my
it works the
classes,
best.
if I see someone
Yeah.
that opens a computer to take notes and it's not a Mac, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
this person is one in a million right
Th-
here. One in
They're
a
an
million.
outsider. They're an outsider here.
Get them out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like
But
one of the only people in there with a Windows computer.
yeah, for me though, what's it? The iPad, best. I think it's the might be one of the best things Apple makes. For me, it's like perfect because the apps are just great. Like Procreate for all the drawing and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like because they somehow, I don't know who makes Procreate, but I feel like they've worked with Apple like directly quite a bit because they made basically Photoshop for an iPad and like made it so simple to use. Like then I'll go on my Mac and start doing Photoshop stuff, but it's like I could do this on the iPad like in half the time because they just make it, I don't know, which could bring up problems for people if you want to go real in depth. That's when you go into the real Photoshop. But I don't know, they figured it out.
Apple
They
really
figured
hit
it
a
out
home
good.
run with the iPad.
Mm-hmm.
Because
They,
computers, people have done those really well. Phones, people have done those really well.
yeah.
I mean, they innovated a lot with the first iPhone, but
Mm-hmm.
after that, they sort of the innovation was like
Yeah, it
it went
kind of,
down.
the innovation went down, but I don't know.
They
They
made
had,
minor improvements, but they never really made big leaps like they did at first.
yeah.
But the
Well, because
iPad,
Steve
they have
Jobs.
significantly done good with those. They made them
Yeah.
slimmer, batteries last longer significantly.
Mhm.
They've made the quality of them nicer. They made them bigger, like now you have the iPad Pro.
Which is,
And
yeah,
no one
mine's
really made
13
tablets
inch.
before. People made computers, people made phones, people never really made
Right.
tablets.
Right.
But they
And
really
then,
nailed it right on the
yeah,
nail on the
they,
head with that
yeah.
first iPad, especially.
Yeah. And then they just, I think, yeah, the iPad's definitely had a ton of progress.
I think the iPad is one of their most innovative series of products.
Yeah, I think so.
The iPhone
I
was the
love
big
mine.
bang that started it all.
Yeah, with Steve Jobs,
Yeah,
that guy. You don't get one of those.
no.
You don't get someone like Steve Jobs every day. So he was the big heavy hit, and then from there it opened it up. But yeah, with the Apple Pen too. You get the Apple Pen. The Apple Pen is, I feel like it's severely overpriced. But so is the Microsoft one. Actually, it's the same price as the Microsoft one. So maybe it's, I don't know, it's fine. I think it's 130.
I wonder if Apple dropped their price to meet Microsoft or Microsoft raised theirs to meet Apple.
Yeah, I don't know. But
'Cause it's kind of
yeah.
odd they're the exact same cost.
Yeah, they're
You
rough.
gotta think
Yeah, they're
surely there's
basically
some
the
difference in the way they manufacture them that could
You would
make it
think.
price different.
same. Yeah, you would think, but I don't know. I don't know. It's a, yeah. You gotta pay a bit more than what it's really worth, but I don't know. You get into it, and then
What drives
it's
me the
fine.
most
It's
crazy about
fine.
Apple is you can buy one of their phones. It's $1,000. You crack
Right.
the screen and you're paying 70% of the phone again.
Yeah, that's no fun. Cause then, well, you could go to like an outside guy, but then they don't have actual Apple parts.
Yeah, and they
They
also
just have
if they
remakes. And it's
there was
like,
the issue. I don't know if it's still an issue, but if you swapped out your home button, if like the front area got cracked,
Right.
it would show an
Yeah.
error on your phone every time you start it, saying that it's using third-party things and can't be trusted
yeah,
or whatever.
okay, yeah, it's no good.
Yeah,
It's not
the,
good.
Apple is not really for the right to repair movement.
No,
John Deere
No,
is
not
one of
at
the
all.
worst, though. I don't know if you know about
are they?
John Deere being against it.
Oh
But
yeah, I
if
have a
they
bit.
if you have an issue with the computer, say if there's an error that says like I don't know, it can't spin the harvester blades,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
If you try to repair it yourself, you can't. They've locked like you out of being able to change anything. It's
Right.
all computers. It's all locked down as hard as it can be.
I have heard
Which
about
obviously
that,
farmers in
yeah.
the past are like, you need a wrench, you need a hammer, and you can fix whatever you want.
Yeah, you can do what you want with
Yeah,
it.
you can just like fix everything, any problem you could ever have with it. Just like fill it with some
it's
oil,
just it's one
turn a
wrench.
wrench, and you'll
yeah.
fix it.
Yeah.
which obviously farmers aren't happy with now that they buy these $1 million machines and you can't
Yeah,
even
and then
adjust like something on it that's pretty simple to do or has been pretty simple
yeah,
to
I
do.
know.
Yeah, John Deere
That
is
is
really against right to repair. They make you take it back to the dealership for them to do it.
yeah. Yeah.
And Apple's
I
not too
wouldn't
far behind, I feel.
I think yeah, and Tesla. I would say Tesla's the same. Tesla doesn't want you touching anything.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think that was a real issue with Tesla. Like
Tesla likes to hide behind the thing of like, oh, it's high voltage and stuff, and you might hurt
mhm.
yourself. But really, I just
Yeah.
think they don't want anyone messing with their tech.
Yeah, they don't want no one touching nothing. But that was an issue like I don't know how it is now, but I remember watching a video a few years ago when it was just the first Tesla Model S, I think it was. And if you got like, say you bent a rim, like you had a curb or something happened and you just, or a pothole and you bent a rim, it would be like a 2 year wait
Yeah,
almost to like get it in to fix it. And then they're like, well, you can't touch it, or else you're gonna void like a ton of
yeah,
all these
that was the
warranties and
problem. You couldn't
everything.
even something like a bent rim. You couldn't go to like any old place to get a new rim or
No,
bend it back or whatever. You had to go to
you had to go
Tesla,
to,
but then
uh huh,
Tesla also didn't have the facilities to repair all these vehicles getting damaged. So like, yeah, the
exactly.
wait list would be huge. We would wait months and years just to get like the simplest thing fixed.
The simplest thing
I think
fixed.
they've gotten better
Yeah.
at it though. They're way better at producing spare parts now, and
Yeah, and they have like a lot more places you can go to
yeah.
fix it.
But
I
I
know in
remember,
the
yeah,
early
at
days
first
though
it
it
was
was
real
not.
bad.
Yeah, early days was no good. Um, yeah, I
We've been talking for like an
think
hour, almost 10 minutes.
quite some time. I think that's episode 9.
I think so. It's in the
I
bag.
think so. It's in the bag. Episode 9 in the bag. And yeah, you got anything else? Any little tidbits you gotta say, Karis? Are we good?
I'm just hanging in.
Just hanging in. All right. So we will talk to you all next week. Have a good week. Bye bye.
Bye.